who is Reese? Who is Redline Reese? Like, what do you do? Like, who are you as a person? Where you been at number 3 and 4? Like, what's going on with you?
Well, I've been all over. First off, who I am as a person, musically and all. I'm just another guy, another artist, another renaissance, you can say.
And that's your camera too, so if you want to talk to the people,
I can talk that.
great to that one.
Okay. But yeah, all in full with that. Yeah, man, I'm just this corkscrew of just mixture of stuff when it comes to the game of what we love, hip hop. You know what I mean? Started rapping, of course. Always had other thoughts of wanting to do other things when it came to the game, but I kind of just stuck to where my love was, personally and seriously when it came to the pen.
When did you actually write your first
rhyme?
First full verse?
I'm not gonna count that. I'm gonna count it when it was going on wax. My first time I ever wrote my first rhyme, it was going on wax. Probably when I was around like 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah, it's the same around the same time for me.
I had a buddy that had another buddy that had a studio, and he was making an album at the time, and I was the only feature on the project, and he was like, "Yo, I want you to get on it," and I got on it and blessed it, and it's kind of been good from there.
From there, good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. When it comes to like recording, right? When you did your first one, how were you nervous?
Hell yeah.
Why?
I was nervous because my peer, who I hung out with.
Okay, I was gonna ask, is it because of who you was with, or was it because of the microphone and
it wasn't? No, it had nothing to do with that. It was my peer who I'm with every day, all day, average Joe. Prior to the stuff that he did on the side and being a student athlete, he can rap his ass off. So when we'll go to the house and it's time to, I will go just to chill with him, just on a norm. And I would see him doing his solo stuff. So when it was time for us to do our stuff, because we wasn't a group at first, he kind of recruited me like on some outside stuff. Like we was chilling. I was in my neighborhood playing basketball in the cold, being young.
I remember those days.
And he came with another buddy of mine, and they were like, "Yeah, Reese right there. Reese, he makes music." And he was like, "Reese, you rap?" I was like, "Yeah, I rap. What's going on?" He was like, "Yeah, you don't be rapping, man. We be spitting all the time at the crib. You don't ever, you known us all the time. Why you ain't never say nothing?" I'm like, "Y'all live all the way up there. I don't know. I'm down here." He's like, "Yeah, man, we want to hear something." I don't know why, bro, but I had a damn tape in my pocket. And this is, this is
like, who the hell that?
Yeah.
He just had a tape.
I had a tape.
Out of nowhere.
I had a tape in my. See, his recording process back in the day, in the early 2000s. Kids, listen up. Back in the day before we had stuff to put on our computer software, we would thug it out with either a karaoke machine or some type of radio and put it.
Yep.
We'll put it towards or next to a speaker, and we'll sometimes have it in a V type of situation to where you're speaking into it, and that we used to like make little tapes off that, bro. And
you get a blank tape, or you just double it over
regular tape, right. That's when I learned how to do that, just doubling over tapes.
So it sounded like you started a lot like how I did. It's exactly the same, because I had a boombox that I got for Christmas. My father bought it for me, and you was able to record on it.
Yeah.
So all we needed was a mic, and then my next door neighbor had a microphone.
Damn, that was it.
And it was like you just happened to have a tape. This dude happened to have a microphone that he just had it. It was just in the room, with not hooked up to nothing.
He just had a mic.
Just had a mic.
Yeah, that was destined for you to get that.
So yeah, we definitely started working like that, man. So but is it just music though, or what else should we be getting into?
I mean, lately, as I've the older I've been getting, just turned the year of the Chambers, 36 years old. Happy to be that. A couple days ago.
I like that.
The
Chambers.
Yeah, the
dope.
Chambers. Thank you. You got to shout out them kids for that. Shout out to the Woo babies and all the supporters and Woo Nation. But as I got older, bro, kind of just not fully putting my title on it, because I respect it so much and know so many people that do it. I don't want to say I fully do it yet until like it's like solidified, Right. So but yeah, I dibble and dabble in other stuff, but when it comes to producing, like I've co-produced. I never produced a full track yet. I've co-directed when it came to things. little stuff like that. Not to get too too big and stuff, but yeah, I dabbled a little bit.
So do you take a lot from like a lot of people like from back then? Because you shout out the Boo just a second. Do you take a lot from them, or is it them? Because I know people would say, okay, these are the people I listened to before. This is what got me into it, or these are the people I actually rock with, but they weren't really a inspiration. I have that. For me, like, I'll give you an example. Like when I first started rapping, it was mainly jazz artists, which makes no sense.
That makes sense to me.
Does it? How?
I'm going off of just your ear and what you always liked. And what and I never knew that. I never knew you liked jazz artists coming up. I always thought that you like content, soulful guys. Like from then when I met you to rewinding from back in the day. Like when I met you, I heard you used to like Little Brother a lot.
Yeah.
And to me, that was kind of like that version of Tribe.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I know what this guy on. That. Look, my thing was, you had an ear for production. Anybody that got like that likes those soulful, hard-hitting, deep-full type beats, I think will be fine. Because that's the thing with me. Like with my favorite rapper, like everybody knows.
Know what you about to say.
Everybody knows. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, I'm sorry, Brian.
Nah, go ahead. You might as well go ahead.
I might as well. Okay, man, Esco, man. Look, man. I love this guy, but at a time, like I wouldn't give Nas no credit at all. It didn't matter how good an album was or nothing, because if that production wasn't right.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I used to, man, it would boil my blood, bro. And I'd be like, cause like, okay, let's.
It seemed like he would be like trying to focus too much on the lyrics and just like, which is fine.
That's exactly.
But at the same time,
bro,
it's like, yo,
that's exactly what he was doing. Cause think about it. Like I tell people all the time when it comes to this order, I'm not a big Illmatic guy. I'm on It Was Written more than Illmatic. So that's the second one. So Illmatic, of course, crazy production.
Yeah.
It Was Written, crazy lyrics, crazy production, crazy everything. 3, what is it, I Am?
Yeah.
That's when he started getting a little mainstreamy, but he's still fine. Nostradamus, I don't know what the hell he was on. That's when I was like, because this is when I'm thinking, people don't remember, this is a minute ago. Nas did the whole 2 albums in 1 year thing, the whole DMX thing, but it didn't pan out because of the structure and the beat selection.
It was too different.
It was too different.
It was too different.
Yeah.
With DMX, it was like one album that they just cut in half. It was like, nah, dog, we can't have 30 songs.
Yeah.
We need you to get it down to like 17. That's what it felt like to me. Because you put them 2 out like that, it didn't seem like, honestly, for me, I didn't know it was 2 albums that he put out that year.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
I thought it was all the same shit. I thought it was the same album, and then come to find out, he had 2 #1 albums in 1 year.
In 1 year. I didn't know until...
shout out to YO, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Shout out to Yonkers, man. I didn't know until the Indie Getting Sunday soundtrack.
Seriously?
He got some songs from Flesh in My Flesh on the Indie Getting Sunday album.
Hey.
And I'm a big soundtrack guy, you know what I mean? Like, and that's one of my favorite movies too. So when I saw that, I was like, this not on Dark Man X? My brother was like, hell no, man, what the? So, and back to the Wu thing, to answer your question with that, yeah, them, because of older sibling of mine, he was a Wu fan, crazy.
You see, that, I was gonna say, because everybody that I know usually had like an older sibling.
Older sibling, yeah.
It wasn't like that for me.
You
see what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I didn't have any older brothers.
Yeah.
My sister was cool and all. You know what I'm saying? She would like listen to artists and stuff like that, but it wasn't something.
It wasn't a lot of hip hop.
I mean, my younger brother was the one that was kind of got me into rapping, because he would rap while we were walking home from school.
School stuff, yeah.
And I'm over here beatboxing. I'm like, damn, man.
Pops or Unks ain't never say nothing about
Nah, ain't nobody.
Because they was going off of what they liked.
They was doing their thing. They wasn't, yo, listen to this. And it wasn't like that. It was just playing music. Yeah. The only rapper that I did know about that was in the family was my older cousin, but he was the same age as my dad. So it is we're not the same.
It don't count.
It don't count. You know what I'm saying? They talk about Kumo D and them. I'm like, okay.
I don't know nothing about no damn Kumo D, right?
About that, okay, but yeah.
Shout out to Kumo D though. It's all respect.
It's all love.